Prepper here again, and I have two phones, and this one just died. The battery died. That's why my live suddenly died. So I'm back on another phone. I'm gonna leave it on for a couple of minutes to see if anybody else comes back. There you go, Coffee. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Can you hear me by chance? Can you give me a 5x5? No. How about now? 5x5. Thank you, Holly. Thank you. Yeah, my other phone died while I was doing the live. But I keep two cell phones with me all the time in case of an emergency. 5x6. All right, Isaac, Holly. Yeah. Hey, hello everybody. It's me, Luigi. You know me, Luigi. Luigi Maroni. Not Mangione, not that guy with the funny eyebrows. Luigi Maroni. And I hang out with XNYC, this crazy guy here, every once in a while. But right now, I'm gonna have a little bit of tiramisu. This is too big for my mouth. Oh yes, very good. Oh, mangiare, they're so good. That's good, guys. You know, they confused me with this Luigi Mangione. I know we look the same, okay? But that guy's crazy. And that guy, you know what he did. So don't confuse me with Luigi Mangione. My name is Maroni. Maroni, it's a difference. Okay? Don't confuse me. I don't have my glasses on. I can't even read the chat. Somebody was timed out. All right. Somebody got timed out. Goodbye, Luigi. Hang on, X. Here with Parker. Hidden by Teresa. Good girl. Thank you, Teresa. I don't know what he said, but he better not say anything about me because I'll kick his ass. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for looking out. Thank you so much. Yeah, whack that troll. I got my first troll. Prepping with Sarge. I was watching your video. Your picture today with what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard, right? Nice picture, Prepping with Sarge. The Sarge is in the house. That's awesome, brother. Yeah, that's a nice picture. You were there with I forget. I can't even say her name. Tulsi Gabbard or whatever. Tulsi Gabbard. She's a pretty cool politician. But that's a nice picture there. And I found Sarge also on a magazine one day. I'm going through Walmart and I passed by the magazine section and there was this magazine that said it's about prepping and survival. So I never buy magazines, but I stopped by and I opened it up in the middle of the magazine, and who do I see? Sarge. He had a big article there in the Off Grid magazine. And by coincidence, I seen him, and I said, "Oh, Mike, I know him." So I bought the magazine. It cost me like $13 or something. Magazines are expensive nowadays, not like before. Used to buy a magazine for $6, $7, and I still have it. And hopefully one day, if I get to meet Sarge in person, he'll sign it for me. You know, that would be pretty cool. Teresa, what did he say? He said something bad about me? That's funny. I'm glad I made you a moderator, Teresa. Thank you. Yeah, the trolls are terrible sometimes, you know. I don't get too many people trolling on me and stuff like that, but every once in a while I'll have somebody say, "Hey, you know, something about my age." You know, they'll say something negative about my age, and I know that they probably won't make it at my age, so that doesn't bother me. Good night, Coffee. Thank you for stopping by. God bless you, darling. Coffee is also a New Yorker. She's out in Long Island. I know it's cold out there, and I love Long Island. Long Island is awesome. Coffee first. Yes, absolutely. 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 There we go. Got you, Coffee. Thank you. You're a moderator now on my channel. Devil Dog in a half hour. Okay. And Devil Dog's channel is picking up. He's doing pretty good with his lives. I don't usually make lives and stuff like that, but today I decided to make it just because I thought I was going to die on the way out of that mountain, and I wanted to let you guys see me die, crash into the woods. When you're a YouTuber, if it's your last moments, you want to record it and put it on YouTube. How about that? I know it sounds crazy. I know, Isaac. But, hey, you never know. This is New York, man. Anything could happen here. Anything. By the way, Tuesday, I'm taking a ride down to New York City. And I think I'm going to ride the subway. I'm going to record it. I might go live then. Indy, thank you so much for stopping by. Much love and respect to you. I love you guys. Thanks, Indy. But yeah, maybe Tuesday, like I said, I'm going to take a ride to New York City, and I'm going to ride the subway because I got a few things I got to do down there. So while I'm doing that, I'll probably record it live. And of course, I won't be defenseless when I go on the subway. Not me. I will be bringing my handy dandy cane. Where is it? Well, this is one of them. This one is custom made that I made. But this is the one that really hurts. No, I've never seen that. Oh my God, that must be so funny. The guy on the subway beating up a mannequin. No, Sarge, I've never seen that, but I'm going to check it out, though. That's funny. Yeah, people on the subway, they're all freaking crazy, man. I mean, anything could happen in New York City subway, anything. But your chances of getting stabbed in the subway are very high. That's why when I go on the subway, I go with this bad boy. I don't need this anymore. I don't need it to walk. And some people might say it's a little embarrassing. You're walking in there with a cane. You know, you walk in there and people offer you the seat, you know. And I'm too proud. I won't take the seat. I'll be like, no, I'm good. I just put this on, and I'm sort of like this, standing up, because I don't like to sit down on the subway. I like to stay standing all the time in the New York City subway. But I ain't too proud to keep this bad boy with me, because if somebody pulls a knife out on me, I have 5 feet of reach on them, because this is 3 foot long and my arms are 2 foot long, and they're gonna have a hard time stabbing me. On top of that, I keep mace with me. I'll keep a couple of bottles, actually sometimes up to 3 bottles of mace, 2 small bottles or medium-sized bottles, and then this big bad boy here, in case I get attacked by a group. But you got to be ready for whatever comes your way always, no matter what. And it sucks to live like this in New York, that you have to be so defensive all the time. You got to carry weapons and stuff. When I was a kid, I never had to do that. I was born and raised in New York City. You know, I lived in the Bronx. I lived in Brooklyn. I lived in Queens. I even lived in Staten Island. Never had a problem. But nowadays, it's bad, because all of these crazy people have knives and they all want to stab you down there. So that's the reason I actually went back to martial arts classes after so many years, because I need the training. You know, you need to train. Actually, if you want to learn self-defense, you need partners. Don't do it on your own. Don't think you're just gonna go hit a heavy bag all day long and you're good. You need partners. You need to spar. You need people to attack you, and you need to try to respond to that attack. So that's the reason I would gladly pay $225 a month for my training. That's right, Coffee. The eyes must see all sides. You have to have eyes behind the back of your head. I tell people this all the time. They say, "Well, X, how do you have eyes behind the back?" Well, you turn around every once in a while. Make sure nobody's sneaking up on you. Turn around. Turn around. It happened not long ago in New York City. 4 tourists. They were big guys, 4 men together in uptown New York City, in a safe neighborhood. Not a safe neighborhood, but a low crime neighborhood. And they're walking, and this guy came from behind running and slashed one of the guys. I think he almost slashed his ear off. For no reason. Just because he was crazy. And yeah, there's no way of knowing that somebody's going to run from behind you and stab you with a knife. The only way, every once in a while, turn back, and see what's coming from behind. That's all I could say. I do it. It's not because I'm nervous. It's because I'm aware and I'm not stupid. Nobody's going to actually attack me from behind. It's going to be difficult to attack me from behind, because I always have that on my mind. I'm going to tell you guys a story. My mother was a victim of a violent crime in New York City. My mother used to wear a lot of jewelry back in the 1970s. My mother was a model. She was a professional model. She did Maybelline. She did, I forgot. But she was a model, my mom. And she was wearing a lot of gold. And some guy came from behind her in a crowded street in New York City and shot her in the neck with a .22. I was sitting in the car. My mother used to work as a dental assistant, and my brothers and I we were in different schools. I'm the eldest of my family, so she picked me up from school, and she had to run upstairs to the dentist office. So she says, "Dino, stay here, sit down." Everybody calls me Dino, in case you guys want to know. My name is Ralph Dean. Ralph, Ralph, Dean. But everybody calls me Dino. Because I'm like Ralph the Third, whatever. So anyway, the guy comes from behind. He shoots my mom in the neck. And I see people all of a sudden running, going crazy all over the place. And I was 10 years old. So when I finally realized what happened, I saw my mother on the floor. And I saw the guy yanking her neck to pull the chains off, yanking at her ears. And yeah, so after that, she was paralyzed for the rest of her life. My mother was 30 years old when that happened. I was 10. So she was paralyzed for the rest of her life till she was 64 years old. 64. And from that point on, I was 10 years old. My family put me in a Catholic military boarding school in New Jersey. It was called Sacred Heart. I lived there for 4 years. And like I said, my mom was paralyzed from the neck down. We had to do everything for her. We had to bring her into the bathroom to bathe her between my brother and my sister and I, and the home attendant that we had. And she lived till about 65 years old, and then she passed away. And so this is the reason why I am like I am. I'm a real defensive guy. When I'm in the streets of New York City, nobody, for some reason, I guess it's the look that I have, I've gone through the worst neighborhoods, and I don't care, because I'm always armed. I might not have one of these, but I've had people pull them out on me before, and I'm not scared. But I'm a very defensive person because of that, because you just don't know when somebody's going to attack you. I used to be a jeweler. I'm a plumber now. But I was a jeweler in the Diamond District on 47th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue in Manhattan for 30-something years. I was a jeweler when I was 16 years old because my grandfather in Italy was a master jeweler, and my uncle was a jeweler. He opened up a jewelry factory there on 47th Street. And I'll tell you one thing. My mother was shot because of jewelry, and it's ironic that I had to work in a jewelry factory, but I would never give anybody jewelry. My kids, my nieces, they wanted me to make them things because I'm actually a jewelry designer. And I would refuse. I would never give anybody any jewelry. I think I made my daughter a couple of silver pieces. But yeah, that's what happened to my mother because she was wearing gold in New York City. And that's life. We don't know when we're going to go. We're going to go at a different time. You know what I mean? My brother just passed away less than a year ago. My brother was a victim of a violent crime also. So my only brother used to deliver soda and water in those big Pepsi-Cola trucks. That's what he did. He was a delivery guy. So he was up in a city called Yonkers, New York. Yonkers is the city after the Bronx. It becomes Westchester County. And Yonkers used to be a real good neighborhood. This is where all the people would move from the city to Yonkers back in the 70s to give their kids a great education and put them in a Catholic school or whatever. They did that with us. But Yonkers, no more. It changed. South Yonkers is like the Bronx. Dangerous. So my brother was delivering, pulling out some soda or something like that from the truck, and some bum came from behind him and hit him in the back of the head with a pipe. My brother was not like me. He was a big guy. He loved to eat. He became almost 300 pounds one time. He was a diabetic. He had high blood pressure because he was 280 pounds. He didn't work out, but he had a heart of gold. That guy took care of everybody in the family, including me. When I was paralyzed I fell 7 stories. And I was in a wheelchair for 7 years. The doctor said I was never going to walk again. Okay? My brother took care of me. Financially. Everything. So, yeah, he fell. He had a heart attack. Didn't make it out of there. He passed away. So, they got my mother. They got my brother. Not me. They'll never get me. Never. Never. Because I got eyes behind the back of my head. And I'm getting ready for all that stuff. But yeah. That's life here. Could happen anywhere. I mean, I'm saying it happens in New York often, but it could happen in any state. It doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Crazy people are everywhere. Thieves are everywhere. That's why you got to stay prepared for all this stuff. But, yeah. And that's another reason why, you know, I'll tell you guys my age. I don't give a shit. I know I look younger. I'm going to be 65 January 25th in a couple of days. Yeah. I'm going to be 65 years old. But even at my age, bro, I'm going to keep on working out till the day I die. I'm never going to stop until I always said that when I turned 80 years old, I was going to be able to throw jump spinning heel kicks up in the sky. And I plan to do that. I'm going to keep on working out, keep this body strong, because I believe that although most of my family is dead, they've all passed away. I'm the eldest. I'm the eldest. I have 3 kids and 4 grandkids. I'm here to protect them. I'm here to protect them. I'm here to protect my neighbors. Ghost. It's the beard, brother. No. You look great, brother. Don't say that. Probably you look younger than I do. But no, I do fool people sometimes. Most people say, no, you look like you're much younger or whatever. I feel like that. I feel like I'm still in my 30s, or I'm going to be 32 forever. One of them guys, you know what I mean? You know, it's all in the mind here. But with all that's happened to me, my mother taken away from me, my brother taken away from me, I fell 7 stories escaping a fire. I was on the 10th floor of a building when a fire erupted inside the apartment. And when I opened up the bedroom door to go out, the fire hit me in the face. I had my dog with me in the bedroom. And what I did was I bought an extension cord. I had like a 50-foot extension cord, which got to about the 5th floor, because I was on the 10th floor. And I figured from the 5th floor, I will freaking jump. I started scaling the side of a building from the 10th floor on an extension cord, on one of the little orange extension cords. And, well, first I tried to take my dog out with me, but he started scratching me. He had me bloodied. And I couldn't bring him out with me, so I took my dog and I I had a bathroom inside the bedroom. So I took my dog and I put him inside the bathroom, the bathroom, and I got a magic marker and I wrote on the door, "Please save my dog. He's in here." I went out the window. Something like that to that effect. Crazy. So I start scaling the side of the building. I tied it around the bed. I put my body outside the building. I looked down. I'm like, oh, on the 10th floor, but that fire was coming in. I did one of these and I prayed for my dog and I started going down. I got down to the 9th. The thing's still hanging on. I'm freaking like swaying. I got down to the 8th. I got to the 7th floor. When I got to the 7th floor, it snapped. Now I'm falling 7 stories down at the back of a building in the Bronx. Well, on the way down, I know that I was going face first downward like this, but somehow my body turned around in the air. Anyway, I landed on my ass and I broke the fall. Because when I lived in Italy and I lived in Spain, in both countries, because I'm half Spaniard and half Italian. And I hope nobody got a problem with that. Because I'm American 100%, baby. And anyway, when I lived in Europe, judo is part of the school curriculum. I went to school in Italy and I went to school in Spain also. And I studied judo. So I knew how to break the fall. So when I felt, boom, I broke the fall with my elbows and my arms. And my head missed the boulder by 5 inches. That's what the fire department told me. I broke my back in 2 places. Broke my neck. Broke both elbows. Dislocated this right arm. And I remember that, well, one of my neighbors, she was up on like the 7th floor. And she mentions to me, she says, "Dino, I heard this thump in the back of the building. And when I opened up the window, I saw you down there laying. I thought you were dead." And she called the fire department or the police department, whatever. So the firemen got there first. And the firemen, before I passed out and I was in a coma for, I think it was 3 weeks. I was in a coma. But before I passed out, I made sure that they saved my dog. So the fireman, when he came, he says, "The only thing you were talking about is to save your dog, save your dog." And then all of a sudden, you passed out. I thought you died on me. So the fireman and I became friends. He went to the hospital to visit me because he was a dog breeder himself. And they saved my dog. They went up there, the police department went up there, and they shot my dog with a tranquilizer gun because my dog was an American Staffordshire Terrier, like a pit bull. But his name was Rocco, and I had him from the time he was 2 weeks old. And he was probably about 6 years old back then. He was like this. I mean, you look at him, you'd be scared, right? But they shot him with a tranquilizer gun, and they pull him out of the building. And everybody started freaking out because they knew that was my dog. And my neighbors were like, "Oh my God, his dog is dead. Dino is dead. The dog is dead." You know, they thought we were dead. But the dog survived and I survived, you know? So this is the story of my life, guys. You know, it's never been easy. And, but one thing.
You've got mail.
You can see I'm a little emotional right now. It doesn't matter because I'm emotional, right? But I never get depressed. Coffee, I really don't. I swear to God, coffee, I don't. I just let everything. I've gone through so many things in my life that nothing's going to depress me. I try to stay happy all day long, you know. And I realize that death is just part of nature. It's part of us, you know what I mean? And yeah, the reason I'm here is because I got two kids who live in Brooklyn. And I'm afraid that when the shit hits the fan, they're going to get stuck in Brooklyn. If we get hit with an EMP attack, what happens to New York City? They're going to kill each other out there. They'll go crazy. There's going to be no gasoline. There's going to be no nothing, no food, no nothing. So I got to break into New York City to try to save my two knucklehead kids who won't move from the city because they got jobs down there. And, so I believe that that's the reason. Yeah, I know. I got a New York accent. I can't help that, brother. Everywhere I go, they know I'm from New York. I try to hide it sometimes. I try to get a little country in there, a little twang in there every once in a while. But when I get going like this, you could tell I'm from New York, So that's life, guys. Life is short. Don't let nothing depress you. Don't let nothing bother you. Just go for it, man. I'm gonna freaking die. I know I'm gonna die, right? I'm sick. I'm gonna be 65 years old, but I'm gonna die with my boots on. I'm gonna die protecting this country that I love. Yes, absolutely, Sarge. That's exactly what I told my daughter. My daughter, she doesn't have a car, but she's crazy. She's got a moped. Can you imagine having a moped in New York City? With not so much that they got crazy drivers down there, and she could get,
You got mail.
into an accident, but all the theft. And so, but she has a moped. And I told her, I said, listen, if something happens down here, if the communication breaks, I can't call you, can't call me. The lights go out. You head to the bridge. You wait by that bridge. If you can't cross the bridge, you wait by that bridge. I will get to you. And that's my plan. I mean, I'm not sure if I'll make it there on time to save my kids, but I'm sure as hell gonna die trying. That's for sure. And my kids, I love my kids, And I have a 22-year-old son. His name is Nick. And Nicholas is such a good kid. Oh, my God. I'm so proud of him. I love him. I'm so proud of him. You know why I'm proud of him? Because the kid has never gotten even a parking ticket. He's 22 years old, never got in trouble. He's got a perfect record, He's got a perfect record, and he's just a good kid. But he's in denial, and my daughter is too, both of them. When I talk to them about the end of the world, like, shit's gonna happen, you guys gotta I want you to move. They don't want to hear it. They say, Dad, please don't talk to me about that stuff. You make me nervous. And they don't want to hear it. My daughter won't hear it because she has anxieties. They're not like me, But my son Nick, he's a bodybuilder now. So he's about to enter a natural junior bodybuilding contest. The kid's like a beast. His arms are like twice the size of my arms. And I don't have small arms. I never have. I've always, even when I was in a wheelchair, funny, for 7 years I was in a wheelchair, I was doing curls. I was like, no way, the rest of my body could die, but I'm not going to let my arms go. Stupid, I know. But anyway, my boy Nick, he's a bodybuilder. He's a security guard at the Coney Island Aquarium in Brooklyn, at the Coney Island Aquarium. And he rides the subways every day, and I worry about him. And he thinks that because he's a big, strong guy now, he's a security guard. I taught him a little bit of how to fight when he was younger. He thinks he could take care of himself, but you know what? No, because he's unarmed. He doesn't have anything to protect him. He gets a group of those crazy kids to attack him. You know what I mean? So I worry about my kids because they live in Brooklyn. Same with my daughter. She's single. My daughter is 30-something years old. Absolutely beautiful. Very beautiful girl. Pretty. Single. She ain't got a man. I don't know why. You know, I wish she would get married, find a good guy that make me a grandpa and somebody who could take care of her. But she doesn't have anybody, so it's me, you know. Anyway, guys, I've been rambling on here about my life, but I figured maybe you guys, I feel like you guys are my friends, you know, so I could share my personal life with some of you guys, you know what I mean? Up here, I don't make friends much. I got one friend or two friends, you know, I could say they're my friends, you know what I mean? Because I know them all my life and stuff like that. I don't make friends easily with people. I have a lot of acquaintances and stuff like that. But I feel like you guys are my friends. YouTube has been awesome to me. The way I start this channel is my son Nicholas started this channel on my birthday 2 years ago. And my birthday is going to be January 25th. I'm 6 days away from my birthday. And he started the channel because he wanted to see my recovery. And so I started showing me, you know, trying to recover and stuff like that. People started subscribing. And so then I became, you know, I got so many things in my mind that my channel, for instance, it has too many, I do too many different things. I do martial arts, I do acting, I do lip singing, I talk about the end of the world, I talk about God, and it's not really good for the channel. You should stick to one thing, you know. But I really don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I ever get monetized in this channel. I don't want any money from YouTube. YouTube could keep their money, you know. I'm just grateful that I've met you guys, some of you guys in person, but most of you guys I don't know in person. But I'm just grateful that, you know, I met you guys. And I make all these videos because if we're still here, if I'm still here 20 years from now, I'm going to be 85 years old. I'm going to sit down and watch these freaking videos and enjoy myself. That's why I do this. One of the reasons why I do it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go inside because I'm getting cold now. I'm still wet. And I just want to say again, thank you very much for being with me. And God bless you all. You're all my friends. And that's how I feel, honestly. I love you all. Take care. Prepare to stay ready for whatever comes your way always. And keep Jesus by your side. God bless you all. Love you guys. I don't know how to turn this shit off.